Okay people, I'm here. I'm going to repair this broken wire, but before I do that I'm going to make sure that all the other wires are nice and secure and that I'm not going to pull on them and snap them off. So what I'm doing is I'm tying these individual cables down to coils so that it will hold the wire in place, and I'm making sure that the latching part of the tie wrap is actually down underneath the bearing area, and that one will go down there out of the way. And then what I'm going to do afterwards, I'm going to put some glue on them, which will also hold them into position. And then once I've got the cable tie in the position I want, I then take the tail off. Now I've just got this black one to do now, and then I can start actually on the repair of the blue one. Okay peeps, that's what I've got so far. Whoops a daisy, there we go. So yeah, I'll get the black one in, and then I'll do the blue repair. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to extend these cables, put some heat shrink on, pull them through first and then extend them and put some heat shrink on them, so that when I put the extension on they'll be plenty long enough to go down to the junction box on the pole. Okay, I'll bring you back when I'm ready to repair the blue wire which I've got here. Okay, I've got the white, brown and black cables all anchored down nice and flat. Now I'm ready to repair the blue wire. Right, I think I'm just going to go ahead and do it, and then hope for the best that you can see it, see what I'm doing. And first of all, these are enamelled wires, so you've got to get rid of the enamelling off the wires. Now I'm going to be using a gas lighter. You could use a cigarette lighter, a match, anything like, or you could try just using emery paper, fine emery paper, to scratch it off. Doing that on its own, I think would, because of the thinness of the wire, would break it even further. Using a flame method of some kind, even a candle, will burn it off, and then just gently wipe it off with the emery, and that should be good enough. So here we go. You don't want it to glow like I made it. Where's the end? Oh, there it is. Right. Now I'm just putting the emery paper on one side and using my thumb as support. And I'm hoping this will do the trick. Even with glasses my eyes aren't all that special, so, and this thin, I have got a magnifying glass somewhere, but I think I'll be alright. Okay, now then, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get some of my solder flux, liquid solder flux, and I'm going to give this a good drenching, just to be absolutely certain that it's been given a good soak. And then the wire I'm going to attach it to, I'm going to put that in there as well. Give that a good soaking. Now the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to wrap the wire around, the thin wire around the thick wire, and hopefully that will give it a bit of strength. I've no idea what you can see because I'm not looking at the camera screen because I want to concentrate on what I'm doing here. I'll find out when I do the video. Okay, so now I can join this up. And just hope upon hope that all the preparation worked. It seems okay. Now I'm lying the thin wire alongside, and I've got some heat shrink. And oops, try and get that on without breaking the wire any further. So we'll do that again. I think what I might do is take the blue wire this way around so I can anchor it nice and solid. So I'm just going to bring that up a bit because I don't want to get the flame. Turn here to the coils. Okay. Right, and then very gently sorry if my hands are in the way. Now, I have no idea if you can see, but I've left a little bit of a hump in the wire so that it's not exactly pulled tight. and that's nice and secure against that coil. Right, now that's secure, I'll get my meter out and we'll find out if I've buggered it up. I did this once. This time I turned the camera on. Right, black and brown is one coil. I'll find the end. 99 ohms, 98. So that's probably the outer one. And then the white and the blue one being the one I just repaired, 80 ohms, which is the inner one. Okay, so I haven't knackered that up. Right, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to carry on securing the blue wire down there like that, and then I'm going to pull the wires through ready, and then I shall extend them, and I might even use just a 3/4 piece of cable. No, you can't use a 3/4 piece of cable, you twat. What I'll probably do is strip down a piece of 3/4 cable so that I can extend these cables. I'll get it right in the end. I do eventually, honest. Right, I've got all the wires pulled through, and now I'm preparing to add some more cable to them. And what I've done, because you don't want the joints all bunched up in one place, is I've cut and stripped the ends of the cables in a staggered formation, so that you'll have one joint here, one joint here, one joint here, one joint here. So you'll be able to keep it within the diameter of the fixing pipe, tube, pipe, whatever, which makes life a lot simpler. Because the one thing you don't want to do is be trying to pull the cables through because they're all bunched up, and you yank on one and you break the joint and you've got to start all over again. So staggering them out like that, and then heat shrinking each one, make a much better job. Okay. I've now soldered all the extra wires on, and what I've done is the brown ones go to the brown and black coil, and the blue ones go to the blue and white coil. It doesn't matter which coil is which, because I should be taking power from both the coils. Doing it the standard way, the majority of the power will come from the outer coil. So whichever you choose, if you copy what I've been doing, then you'll get more bang for your buck, basically. Right, now that I've done these joints, right, I'm not going to cut them back because I don't want little humps. Right, so all I'm going to do is lie them down all in the same direction, which will make for a much neater and straighter form. And as you can see, they're all a long way from each other. I think quite long. Yeah, but that'll be fine. That'll be okay for all of them. Yep, no problem at all. So we'll do 4 of these, and it's just a case of slipping the heat shrink over and feeling the joint until you've got it in the middle. A bit more. Yeah, there it is there. So we will use the mini blowtorch and pull this into the camera a bit more, and you can see what I'm doing. Now with your hand you want to make sure these cables are out of the way before you strike up the light. Oops. Okay. When you strike up the light, that is. Now you could use hairdryer. I've used hairdryer before in the past. There we go. Okay, now with all the joints done, we can now put the main pipe in place. Now there is a position for a pin to go through. But what I'm doing, because these are threaded, is I'm locking it down by hand at the moment, but I will lock it down with some Stilson type or grips. Right, well there it is, ready for reassembling into the turbine, into the ceiling fan housing. Hi everyone, sorry I got a bit carried away. Okay, well there it is, peeps. You're probably wondering about the wing nuts I've used. They're going to have wire between the two to stop them rotating, but there is a reason why they're there. One, I couldn't find any nuts, but two, it also gave me an idea to facilitate maintaining it. It can come apart at the top of the pole a lot easier, and I can just check it and then put it all back together. So yeah, here are the brackets for the vanes. Again, the reason the screws are long is purely because that's all I had. But it's coming on, and as you saw previously, that I'm getting quite a good bit of power out of it. Now, oh, the other thing, you'll probably notice that there isn't a bottle cap over that. The reason being, two reasons. One, I couldn't find one small enough that would go through the hole so that when it came up it would pass the cap when I was maintaining it, which meant I'd have to break it off every year. So what I did was I glued a bolt onto the top so it would just slide past, but that bolt facilitates what I've come up with to be able to take this apart and maintain it.